Okay. Now, before we start today's discussion on the Battle of Stalingrad, let's just lay some ground rules, okay? Now, I want this to be a dynamic conversation. I really want you to engage with each other. So don't look at me, okay? Look at each other. All right. Now, let's just get some initial thoughts, impressions on this week's reading of Soldiers' Diaries. Yeah.
I was struck by how little value Stalin had for the lives of his soldiers.
That's definitely going to be a big thing this week. Spencer?
Piggybacking on Lily's comment, I was shocked by their lack of proper food rations and uniforms.
Now, one thing to keep in mind, Spence, how much of that was actually Stalin's disregard for the soldiers' lives, and how much of that was actually the reality of scarcity in wartime?
Standing on the shoulders of Spencer's comment, I think that the stats on the soldiers show that Stalin could just throw bodies around because he was a ruthless dictator.
Okay.
Putting my comments on its head, kicking its legs up to the stars, then somersaulting and sticking a perfect landing, I'd have to disagree.
Can you elaborate, Carl? Just say a little more.
The Allies threw bodies at the Soviets too. That's just the nature of war.
Stopping on the head of Carl's comment, I think we have to differentiate between Western democracy and the Soviet police state.
Not to fall off the side of your comment, but how do we even define Western democracy? But maybe that's another comment for another comment path.
Giving Ruth's comment a comforting hug from behind. The kind that's gentle and surprising, but in a good way. I agree. Oh, well, to play banjo atop Carl's comment, let's not be reductive. Sure, the Allies threw bodies, but no matter how you define Western democracy, you cannot equate it with the Soviet police state in the 1940s.
Skipping really lightly on top of Lily and Ruth's comment, without hurting them, I would have to agree that England's government is just incomparable to the USSR's at the time. Still, if I could give one slightly strong stomp to Lily's comment, not like a curb stomp, but like the kind of stomp you'd give a spider that you find in the bathroom that you're not scared of, but you really just want to get out of the way. You use reductive way too often.
Okay. So, to wrap all your comments up into one big ball that we can toss all around the room and scream with joy until we feel some sort of closure, let's sum things up. Carl?
Although there may have been more similarities between Western-style democracies and the Soviet state than we care to admit, to conflate the two would be ahistorical at best and criminal at worst.
Woo!